Good Sunday evening. We begin tonight with a dangerous and very active situation unfolding near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Officials say at least 2 people are dead and multiple others shot while responding to a call about a fire. The 2 dead are believed to be firefighters. They say their personnel are, and I'm quoting here, actively taking sniper fire even now. The situation is developing so quickly that officials say it's not clear how many shooters there are or even how many days this could last if it is not resolved quickly. The county sheriff's office telling people to shelter in place. You're looking at some of the images coming into us late tonight. Maya Eaglin is tracking all of this for us tonight. Maya, what else do we know?
Hi, Holly. Well, this happened in Kootenai County near Coeur d'Alene in northern Idaho. The sheriff there says at least 2 people are dead and an unknown number of people are hurt on Canfield Mountain. Here's the sheriff a short time ago.
We still have civilians that are coming off of that mountain. We might have civilians that are stuck or in shock on that mountain. So this is a very, very fresh situation. We are actively taking sniper fire as we speak.
He says they don't know if there's one or multiple suspects. Officials say if the suspect is not neutralized quickly, they expect this to be a multi-day operation. The sheriff describing the scene that is still very active tonight and that it appears high-powered rifles are being used. It started around 1:20 p.m. local time with reports of a fire. Then around 2 p.m. is when officials say they received reports of firefighters taking shots. Idaho's governor tonight asking people there to pray for the firefighters and their families and to stay clear of the area. Hallie?
We thank you for watching it.
Following 7.
Especially when the hotel got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they plan. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they plan. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
Welcome back. We're covering an ongoing situation in Idaho right now. This is near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Multiple firefighters came under fire, under sniper fire there. The sheriff's department there are handling an ongoing manhunt right now for a shooter or shooters there in that mountainous region. Let's bring in Chad Ayers now. He served as a sheriff's deputy for Greenville County in South Carolina for 12 years. We're watching, sir, the sheriff's department working very hard there in Idaho to, quote, neutralize the threat on the ground. What are they doing right now? What do you know about a situation? This is a particularly rural area, but also has a community of about 54,000 right there on the cusp. Your thoughts?
Sure. Obviously, this is a traumatic situation for those firemen and the law enforcement to be dealing with. You know, I think the advantage is going to come, personally, when it gets a little darker. When nightfall comes, they can utilize air support that has technology, you know, systems like the FLIR, infrared cameras to try to, you know, hone in on these heat signatures that may be up there. But at this time, obviously, the suspect having the high ground on top of law enforcement, it gives them the disadvantage. Not knowing how many shooters we have, not knowing the reasoning behind this. But hopefully when nightfall comes, we can start deploying drones and helicopters with technology to try to hone in on exactly where this suspect or suspect is.
Sir, do you think that nighttime would be an advantage or a disadvantage as this hunt continues?
Well, it's kind of twofold here. Obviously, the FLIR system works great. We're in summer months now, so the foliage on the trees, you know, you've got green trees. It's harder to see exactly where the suspect possibly is. at night, utilizing this technology and that's out there may give some advantage. But obviously, we're up in mountainous terrains where you're going to be having to pinpoint the difference of these heat signatures between wildlife animals and the suspect. And a lot of this comes with being situationally aware. Obviously, Sheriff Norris has done a great job, reaching out to state, local, and federal resources to get manpower there. I guarantee that they're at a command post now formulating a game plan to work together as a team to converge in on this suspect and take the suspect into custody as quickly as possible or eliminate this threat.
Chad, I have another question for you, but I want to read something that we've received. This is a post on X from the International Association of Firefighters, the union that represents the firefighters there in that area. And they say that while responding to a fire earlier today in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, IAFF members were ambushed in a heinous act of violence. 2 of our brothers were killed by a sniper and a 3rd brother remains in surgery. That post goes on to say to keep them and their families and law enforcement in their prayers. We know that at first this began, the information that came in was that there was a fire and that these heroic firefighters rushed to the scene of that fire at about 1:21 local time. Then at 2 p.m., there were reports that the firefighters were being fired on there from that area. Do you believe that that shows this was an ambush, that the firefighters were targeted? What do you take from that information as the scene began at the very beginning?
Well, you bring up a great point. Keep in mind, and I think the majority of your viewers understands this, when fire department and EMS, for the most part, are responding to a scene, look, they don't have firearms to protect themselves. They don't have body armor to protect themselves. So they're going here completely blind. When a fire starts and all of a sudden the firemen arrive on scene and are immediately ambushed at the face, obviously this is so fresh, but yes, this tells me that this fire was set in an attempt to ambush law enforcement. I can't, obviously this is very early on in this investigation, so I don't want to speculate, but it's just too coincidental to me that this is all happening all at the same time.
And finally, this is an area on the cusp of a large community. Over 50,000 people live there in Coeur d'Alene, about 55,000. What is happening right now with the Sheriff's Department? Not only trying to find the individual shooter, potentially more than one shooter, but also protecting that community.
Look, we've got innocent civilians that are in their residences, and desperate times calls for desperate measures. So if this gentleman or this suspect, I don't even want to call him a gentleman, if this suspect feels like he's starting to get cornered, it'd be very easy for him to try to gain entry into one of the residences. And the last thing we want is this thing to turn into a hostage situation. So hopefully the civilians, the homeowners in that area have locked down. They've armed themselves to protect themselves. But like you said, we're in a very rural area there in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Got a lot of, I've got several friends in that area right now. So my thoughts and prayers go out to them and obviously to the fire department. But I assure you, with our federal and state partners coming in, working with that local community, look, the crime rate this is not normal for this area of Idaho. And so obviously they are going to be reaching out to these folks.
Thank you very much for your expertise. We really greatly appreciate it. We have to take a break, and we're gathering more information as this manhunt continues in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
This shit wild, Joe. This shit is wild. Oh, man. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday, everybody. Oh, my goodness gracious, bro. What the fuck is going on in these streets? What's up, Jabari? What do you say? Are they going to use this as an excuse to combine fire department? Why is this shit all big and goofy? Oh, because I just did that shit. I'm stupid. Hold on. Let's go fix that real quick. All right, let's bring that down a little bit so we can fucking read a little bit. Let's do it from here. I don't know why I did it like that. I would do it like that. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. This shit wild, though. He told y'all more events was on the horizon, y'all. More events was on the horizon. So for those of you who don't know, you're just getting in here. You've been fucking grinding like me. I've been fucking grinding, yo. I've been working and all that other shit. Firefighters in Idaho, I can't even pronounce the part they were in some town in Idaho was responding to a fire. Next thing you know, they taking on fire. They're taking on fire. They got a active shooter shooting from the hills, shooting from cover, shooting from the woods. Right? Took out 2 firefighters. Unfortunately, 2 firefighters were shot and killed. The police are still trying to figure out and pinpoint where he is. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. Right? And look, I get it. It's tough, but I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. I don't know if they have counter snipers out there, but you need counter snipers out there that can pinpoint and get an idea where he's shooting from. Coeur d'Alene, thanks B. Yo, what's up, yo? Where you been? Thanks B, I appreciate you. Coeur d'Alene, thank you. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This shit is crazy. To me, it sounds like another chaos event. Another chaos event to get us tripping and you know, afraid. As simple as that. You know? What do you say? They lifted the shelter in place? Well, I know that they lifted the shelter. Oh, I don't know if they lifted the shelter in place. I know that they were at one point. Check this shit out. Where is it at? This is according to Rawls Alert. I don't know why that shit still do that. I bookmarked it. Here it go. Check this shit out. So it says breaking, and this was what, at 8:50. So Idaho sheriff has announced that anyone in the area who is capable should take a shot and take the shooter out. Officers are still actively taking sniper fire atop Canfield Mountain near Coeur d'Alene. Is that how you say it?
Individuals out, but people in that area needs to be very careful because the sheriff has also said that if anybody gets a clear shot at the shooter or shooters, that they should take them out. And this is going to make it very difficult for law enforcement to try to determine who is in their sights. Maybe there's some innocent people, and they certainly don't want to take innocent individuals out. But this is a very fluid, active situation there in the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho area. And by the way, Molly, I've been in that area. This is right around the Canfield Mountain area there.
That's crazy. That's wild. You know what I mean? That shit is wild. Holy smokes. Oh, man. So telling people to go up there and find him. What if Leo think they're a bad guy? Yeah, exactly. Right. I hope that's not the case. You know what I mean? I hope that's not the case. Right, because that is terrible advice, okay? That is a terrible tactic, okay, guys? Sending people, you know, like, hey, guys, we don't know where the sniper is. Like, we're law enforcement. We don't know where the fuck he's shooting at us from. It's the daytime. We can't see no muzzle flash, especially if he has a flash hider on, which they'll try to go. And when they actually do finally find this guy dead in the woods or whatever's going to happen, he'll probably, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't in Trump's big beautiful bill the suppressor paperwork, right? Is it suppressor paperwork? So, or suppressor bill, so they can sit here and try to justify, you know, still regulating suppressors on the NFA. You know what I mean? Then, for example, I wish I could touch my guns, but I can't because YouTube will fucking nuke the stream. But you see this gun right here? This gun I'm pointing at? That's called a flash can. Okay, that is the push sound forward. What else? This one up here. This you can't see the one at the top. Damn. I can't fucking touch it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's pull up a fucking diagram of a fucking gun. Let's see. Let's just say, I don't know. Let's say you got a fucking AR-10. I don't know how far you're shooting from, right? Let's go to an image of an AR-10. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Do this. Bow. All right. Let's do this over there. And then we're going to go back to live commentary. Boom. Okay. All right. So I'm going to circle this here. This part right here. It's called a bird. God damn it. What the fuck just happened? Okay. This part right here. What the fuck? All right. This is annoying. It shouldn't do none of that. All right. Lee Mighty. Okay, whatever. Let's just do this. Okay. All right. There we go. Y'all can see that? All right, cool. This right here is... What the fuck? What the fuck is going on with my fucking computer? This shit is annoying. This is fucking annoying. My computer been acting up all goddamn day. Why this shit 1,000 fucking font? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Why is my computer a fucking 1,000 font? Oh my god. Bruh, I'm about to be mad. Oh my god. All right, right here, right? There we go. Okay, y'all see that? That's called a fucking flat. It's called a bird cage. It hides the flash, right? Now, if he has a suppressor on the front of that bitch, right? Then the muzzle flash is suppressed even more, right? But during the day, that bird cage hides the flash. Now, in certain states that have these crazy fucking gun laws, right? They be like, no, you can't have a fucking flash hider on the front of your gun. You can't have a flash hider on the front of your gun, right? Because it gives your signature away of where you could be, right? Now, if this guy's in the woods and he has a fucking one of these AR-10s right here to shoot 308, and he has a flash hider, it could deter the police from finding out where he is. Now, if this shit does carry into the night, like the one officer said, right? The person that was on the news, if this does carry into the night, right, then they could pinpoint him a little better, right? If he's not concealed, right, they could pinpoint him a little better, right? Because they'll be able to see his muzzle flash. They'll be able to see his signature. That's if he doesn't have anything on his gun, right? So, for example, this is a Maryland compliant AR-15. This is my very first AR-15. Has no muzzle flash or no muzzle hider on the front of it. So when I shoot that motherfucker, when I shoot this gun, there's a big fucking fireball that comes off the front of that bitch. So then if I did that shit at night, they'd be like, up there you go, right there. Keep looking in that area. But if he has a suppressor on there, or he has a good flash hider, or a flash can on the front, it'll be hard for them to pinpoint him. They'll use this as more gun control, right? They'll use this shit as more gun control. You know what I mean? Which is a problem. It's a big fucking problem, right? Because we don't, suppressors aren't movie quiet, okay? It takes a fucking bomb to a jackhammer. That's what it does. It's not movie quiet. It's good for hearing. So I ain't gotta wear fucking ear protection to shoot my gun, right? Essentially, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So if this does go into the night and he does have some kind of like flash suppressor, then it'd be hard for them to find him. Now, as far as the sheriff allegedly, we'll say allegedly, as far as the sheriff allegedly saying, hey, we're going to deputize you citizens, and if you can spot him, shot him. If you can spot him, shot him. Right now, this is the fucking wet dream of Boogaloo boys around the world. Okay, this is the wet dream of Boogaloo boys around the world, guys. Okay, but it's not a good idea. Plot tips: what you use the potato. Oh man. You can use an oil filter. It's a lot of shit you can use as a suppressor. You know what I mean? It's over? Is it really? Is it over? Oh shit. Uh-oh. I hope it's over. Let's look it up. Because I haven't seen anything saying that this shit was over. I have no updates as of only updates I see is as of an hour ago. Hold on. "25 minutes ago, officers still under fire and 2 firefighters dead." That's as of 25 minutes ago. 3 minutes. Hold up. 3 minutes ago. Still. It's. I'm not seeing anything saying this shit is a wrap. I hope it is, but I don't see anything saying it's a wrap. So, you send it to my DM? All right, thanks. Let me look at it. 38 minutes ago. Is this real? I wonder if this is real. I hope this is real. This evening, members of the SWAT team located a deceased male on Canfield Mountain. A firearm was found nearby. Additional information will be provided during the scheduled press briefing at 9:30 p.m. This got to be old, Joe, because it's fucking 11:26. This can't be real. At this time, the shelter in place being lifted. However, there's still an active wildfire on Canfield Mountain. Residents in the area are advised to be prepared and ready should further action need to be taken. Follow official sources for most up-to-date information. They saying that this will have been a press conference at 9:30, right? This will be a press conference at 9:30. That's right, Idaho. So that's what, 11:30 Eastern time. So we got 3 minutes. It's about to start. Okay, let's go find this press conference. Let's see. I hope this shit over. I wonder what kind of gun they found, people. If this is for real and they actually found this guy dead on the mountain, first off, did he forever sleep himself? Right? Did he forever sleep himself? Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I was tripping. I forgot it was in Idaho. Is that what we're gonna be told he forever? And what kind of gun will they find on that mountain? Is my question. So let me tell you why I asked that question. I wish I could grab my fucking guns, but YouTube is some hoes. Okay, the reason I ask is what I just said. I want to know what type of gun. Are we going to find out that it was this? This is an AR-10. Okay, this gun right here. This one, AR-10. Okay, shoots 308. This particular gun is good with the right scope, which you see on top of here, right, is good at 1,000 yards. All right, this gun I have right here is good at 1,000 yards. AR-10. Okay, is that what we're going to find that he had? And did he have a suppressor on it? That's what I want to know. Right? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? That's the question. So what time is it now? It's 11:28. All right, it's 11:28. Let me see. Let's refresh. Because I would think somebody would be doing this press conference. All right. Let's just do this. I gotta set the whistle name. Anybody got the press conference, shoot it to me, you know what I mean? What'd you say, Pro? Check my IG joint. All right, hold up. Man found dead with gun nearby after deadly shooting of Idaho fire. Yo, oh my God. Yo, so many, you know me, guys. Y'all know me. There's so much shit running through my head right now. I'm just saying. There's so much shit running through my head right now, bruh. Oh my gosh, yo. What's up, Noel? Noel in the building. Oh, Noel, where he at? Is Noel here? Oh shit, Noel, I appreciate you. I said Noel gifted the subs. I appreciate you, bro. I gotta get 10 subs. Golly mighty. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the subs. 10 subs from Noel, man. He the MVP of the night. Yo, all right, so it says man found dead. So, come on, guys. Somebody goes up there. Let's just say Treadstone goes up there, creates a little chaos. Pew, 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 pew. They plant a body, sprinkle a little crack on them, and then they get the fuck out of Dodge. Now they done found a dead body. Dead man can't tell no tales. They put a problematic gun right next to him, and then poof, pow, you got your fucking victim or your suspect that you can't question, and you got your gun control. You got your gun control talking points right there. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying. Cell phone of the officer who found the evidence, Michael Proctor. Oh my gosh, yo. I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying, like, come on. Like, if that's what we about to find, what time is it? It's 11:30. Where the fuck is the press conference? That's the question. Where the fuck is the press conference? If anybody can tell me where the fucking press conference is, let's go to Fox News and see if we got it there. See. Let's see. They got anything live as far as this shit is concerned? Nothing. Let's do this. I don't see anything for no press conference, yo. That shit's crazy, though. Let's read this, though. Let's see. Alright, y'all know y'all can't see that shit, so. Alright. That should be good. Man was found dead on Canfield Mountain. Turn this down. And the firearm was found near the body. The Coontai County Sheriff's Office said in a statement. Though the man was not identified as a shooter, the discovery prompted authorities to lift a shelter-in-place order for those nearby. The sheriff said members of a SWAT team found the body. Officials said that although the shelter-in-place order was being lifted, there is still an active wildfire, blah, 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 blah. Okay. 2 of today's shooting victims died before they reached the hospital, said a spokesperson. Oh, we know that. So, let's just spitball a little bit. You know, let's just spitball a little bit, right? So, either A, that's the actual shooter and somebody got him. But who got him? Did he forever sleep himself? B, the shooter saw a counter shooter and shot that person, and now he's dead with his gun next to him, and it wasn't the actual shooter. The shooter actually probably spotted him and shot that motherfucker, right? All right. Or Treadstone was causing some mayhem, planted a body there, sprinkled a little crack on it, planted a gun, and fucking got extracted. This shit don't make no sense. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. I'm well concealed in the woods. Y'all don't know where the fuck I'm at. Y'all panicking. This shit been going on all fucking day. And all of a sudden y'all find a dude just dead in the woods. Who fucking did it? Who fucking shot him? Did they bring that shit fresh out the morgue? Is my question. Did they bring that shit fresh out the woods? When was that? Hold on. So this man found dead, right? When did they find this man dead? This was today, June 29th. What time was this put here? What time was this? I see no time. Let's crack this back down a little bit. Let me see. It just says June 29th. Updated June 29th. 10:55 p.m. Okay. 36 minutes ago. That was 36 minutes ago. All right. Let me see. the Bigfoot got the better of him. Oh man. You think he heard the dogs coming and it took itself out? Noel says, or the shooter went up there with a dead body like Bane in the Dark Knight. Yes. One of us has to be found in the wreckage, brother. I'm just saying. That's a good question. Because it seemed like the fire was set to draw the firefighters there for the shit to happen. By the way, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you over on Kick, hit that follow button. All right, gift the subs. Sharing is caring, people. Sharing is caring. But I still, like, I'm on YouTube, right? I don't see anything. Like no press conference, because it would be held on YouTube, right? You know, on one of these fucking sites. I'm also looking online. You know, doing my Googles. Nothing's popping up for like a press conference. Interesting. Let's see. Yes, a press conference was scheduled to provide updates on Idaho shooting. The County County Sheriff Department announced a media briefing for 9:30 p.m. local time. Okay, so it's 9:30 p.m., which is 12:30 a.m. our time. So it's not 11:30. It's 12:30 a.m. our time. So we got a whole nother hour, guys. We got a whole nother hour. But this shit is crazy. I mean, never let a good crisis go to waste, right? You know? So they're going to take this whole situation, if it wasn't already made for this, right? And they're going to use this for more gun control. Like I said, they said that in the big, beautiful bill that there was some, like, there were supposed to free suppressors from the NFA, which would be fantastic, right? You know what I mean? If this gun got a suppressor on it, oh boy. The gun got a flash hider on it, oh boy. If the gun's an AR-15 or an AR-10, which I'm assuming if you're shooting from the woods, like, I mean, you good for 400 yards. You're good for 400 yards with an AR-15, right? 400 to 600 yards with an AR-15. But an AR-10 is probably your best bet, or a 308. 308 is probably your best bet. You know what I mean? If you really want to make sure whatever you're trying to shoot, goes down, right? So, like, I have this AR-10 that's back here that I showed you guys. I also have a 308 bolt action that's in my safe right now. You know what I mean? That's what I would use, right? If I'm in the woods, I want to make sure that that bullet going to hit, you know, with devastation. That's what I'm shooting with. I'm not going up there with an AR-15. If they show us a fucking AR-15, that's bullshit. Because now I want to see the ballistics from the firefighters' bodies from the autopsy. I want to know what those ballistics, Jesus, do those ballistics show you that there's a fucking AR-10, right? So this is AR-15. Let me show you the difference, okay? Where's my? I got some AR-10 rounds. I got some 308 rounds around here. Hold on. I don't know. I thought I had some 308 fucking just sitting around here. Ain't this a bitch? I thought I had some 308 just chilling. I got some upstairs, I know that, but I ain't gonna go through all that. I'm gonna just show y'all a 30 caliber round, okay? Okay, this actually will work. This isn't a 308, you feel me? Right? So, okay, but just understand, like, this is a 30 caliber bullet versus AR-15 bullet. So, okay, the bullet with the red tip, that's a 30 caliber bullet, okay? The 308 is a 30 caliber round, okay? So this is, I'm showing you a 300 blackout, but look how much bigger that bullet is, right, than the AR-15 that's on the bottom. Again, that's an AR-15 round on the bottom. That's a 30 caliber 308 bullet, a 30 caliber bullet on the top. 30 caliber bullet is made for long distance shooting. The AR-15, it can do it, but I wouldn't trust it to do any long distance shooting like that, especially out of a suppressed gun, if it's a suppressed gun, right? Because I don't know if there was a crack bang happening and they could hear the shit and they just couldn't figure out where he was or what, you know. Oh, really? Was it? Thanks, Mike. The suppressor was already taken out of the bill. Damn. You know, but it ain't gonna stop him from, you know, doing their whole gun control spiel. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna stop them from doing their whole gun control spiel. They're gonna continue to do that shit. You know? Yeah, that's a crazy sound, ain't it? That's a crazy sound, ain't it? I done heard a bullet go past me a couple times in the hood. You know, I'm like, oh shit. Get low. He told us back in the days to tell us to get under a car. But yeah, they might get the truck guns gone. Yeah, it's a possibility, but it depends on how far he was shooting from, right? Like, if he's shooting like 300 or 400 yards, then yeah, maybe, right? They go after like pistols or short barrel rifles, like you said. But from what I mean, I feel like they would have pinpointed him a lot faster if he had like a short barrel gun, because you're not getting that type of. I don't think you're getting that type of ballistics or that type of devastation, or you from, you know, a short barrel rifle that far out. I don't know how far he was out actually, so you could be right. You could be right. You know, but if they couldn't find him, I'm assuming he was greater than 600 yards. I ain't even gonna say that. I'm gonna say he was greater than 400 yards. If they couldn't figure out where he was, he could have been 400 yards out. You know, that's not a bad shot to make. All right, a 400-yard shot with a good scope, that's not a bad shot to make. You know what I mean? You know what this puts me in mind of? Remember that movie, The Wall? Anybody seen that movie, The Wall? That was actually a pretty good movie. You know, about the soldiers over, I guess they were in like Afghanistan or something, and this sniper, they could not pinpoint this fucking sniper, and he was just fucking lighting their asses up. You know? I don't know. You know what I mean? Was there a manifest? Was there a manifesto stapled to his fucking forehead too? It's just too convenient, right? It's like, oh, we found a shooter in the woods, because they said like, so this is what I'm trying to understand too, right? You still had, as of like an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half ago, the police said they were still taking fire. And then all of a sudden they found the guy dead in the woods. You know what I mean? Nearest FBI office to location is in Spokane. That would be a new one, but like, it depends, right? Because they've been telling us that bolt action, that's just a hunting rifle. It's a bolt action rifle. It's a hunting rifle, right? That's the ones they want us to have. I feel like they would go once they got ARs and semi-automatic rifles off the fucking, once they pack them bitches up, right? They would then come after the bolt actions and shotguns and shit like that, right? When they go, we got the dreaded AR-15 and all these other assault style rifles off the streets, and it still didn't stop shootings. It still didn't stop shootings. Now we got to go after fucking Elmer Fudd guns and shit like that. We got to go after the Fudds. The Fudd guns. Here, put this bullet back. You always got to keep one ready. You always got to keep one ready, guys. Keep one ready. All right. You know. But this shit is wild, Joe. Like, I'm sure we're gonna hear about some other shit happening. This is 4th of July weekend. This is 4th of July weekend. You got Congress, they sandbagging the big beautiful bill. And I talked about that earlier today. Like, they sandbagging the big beautiful bill. Schumer want every last word read on the House floor. He want every last word read on the House floor. And I'm like, damn, that's diabolical. It's 1,000 pages. But then I'm sitting there like, why the fuck is it 1,000 pages? Aren't Republicans always crying about how big the fucking bills are? And now you make a 1,000-page bill. And I argued that maybe the bill should be only 100 pages. It's a big, beautiful bill, but why is it 1,000 fucking pages? You know what I mean? The thought of a regular civilian with a long, it could be, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't blame you. But they found a man dead, and nobody called it in, right? So it ain't like we're not hearing that. Oh, I guess we'll hear in the press conference. We'll find out maybe a civilian took the shot and was like, "Yo, I got him. I got him." You know, I don't know. Now, the call to arms for the people, you know, to take out the shooter, you know, that's some movie shit, right? You got to be careful, because now you got a bunch of people looking for a shooter, and then if one person looking for the shooter sees another person looking for the shooter and thinks that person's the fucking shooter, now that person that shot that person who wasn't the shooter but was in fact looking for the same person that person was looking for, now you got a murder. You know? What's up, Kunta? Extendo just came in yesterday for the 5.7? Oh shit. You know, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, you know, You just need to find some counter snipers. Get a counter sniper. You had your SWAT team. So your SWAT team should have a counter sniper, if I'm not mistaken. You know, or your sniper can act as a counter sniper. It's not, and the way the article is reading is not like, it's not saying that the police shot him. We believe that we got him. No. You said y'all just came across a dead person in the woods with a rifle. That shit sounds really fucking spooky to me, okay? That shit sounds really fucking spooky to your boy. Okay, that shit is, you know, the motherfucking math isn't mathing. You know what I mean? The fucking math isn't mathing. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You know, it's not mathing, yo. The math ain't mathing. We found a body. Let's lift the shelter in place. We found a body with a gun next to it. We don't know if this is the motherfucker that's been causing all this shit, right? We don't know if that's him. So we're going to lift the shelter in place. We don't know if it's him, right? We don't even know if the ballistics to the gun that we about to find or that we found matches the ballistics on the firefighters that got shot. We just so in a hurry to get this shit over with. This guy could have very well escaped, right? Could have very well escaped. Like Noel said, and like I said earlier, right? Could have fucking just planted a body after they did all they did, sprinkle a little crack on him, and then got the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah, and what about the other guy? Was that Kentucky? No, that wasn't Kentucky. What was the other place? Was it Indiana? Was it Indiana where the guy did the shooting and then they found him in the woods with like 2 to the head or some shit like that? I can't remember. Like he escaped into like the fucking woods and into the swamp or some shit like that. So y'all got to catch me up, right? I see y'all having this conversation. Who the fuck is who y'all talking about? Travis Decker. Who is Travis Decker? I gotta look up Travis Decker. One day ago, CNN says, is Travis Decker alive? A fruitless 4-week manhunt has produced no certain evidence. Let's look at this right here. Oh, is that the dude? Okay. I know you're talking about now. Okay. Tri-City police responding to what? Prosser after possible Travis Decker sighting. As the manhunt of a 32-year-old father, Travis Decker, continues nearly a month after being accused of murdering his 3 daughters, police from across the Tri-Cities responded to Prosser to a report that he may be in the area. This was a day ago or something like that. According to Sergeant Scott Orate with the Prosser Police Department, someone was driving when they saw a man who looked similar to Decker walking along Interstate 82 near the Wine Country Road exit on Saturday, June 28th around 1 p.m. How far is Prosser, Washington from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho? The call said a man ran into a nearby orchard, so police responded and surrounded the area. Officers and deputies from Benton County Sheriff's Office, the West Richland Police Department, and Pasco Police Department all helped to saturate the area in an attempt to locate the man. Drones and police canines were deployed, and ultimately he was Ultimately, he was found in the area of Pasco by Pasco Police Sergeant and K9 handler Brad Leninger or whatever around 3 p.m. So he got caught? Did he get caught? Is that what they're saying? Well, it sounds like he got caught. Oh, what the fuck? It made it sound like they got him. Right? And then they got at the bottom, photos of Decker and his tattoos were used to verify that the man they found was not Decker. Hey, yo. They didn't find him. The shit read like they found him. And then at the end, photos of Decker and his tattoos were used to verify the man they found was not Decker. What the fuck? That was just not right. Like, I better fuck. I need to write that shit right. What the fuck? Oh, goodness gracious, yo. They be tripping. Oh, man. But this shit is wild, guys. We're going to start to see more and more shit like this happen, right? I'm interested to know if they're going to find a fucking... it's a misleading article. I'm interested to know if they're going to find a manifesto or some shit around, I don't know. Right? Dead man can't tell no tales, right? Question is, the shooter really dead? I think we're going to see other events happen, especially leading up to 4th of July. That's just me. I'm going to tell y'all this. And it's a holiday weekend, right? The 4th of July don't fall on like a Monday or a Tuesday. This shit falls on a fucking Friday. Get low. Get low. Okay? Because them fireworks be them fucking fireworks be sounding like gunshots, and gunshots be sounding like fireworks. Did we ever find that Minnesota? Was that Minnesota? I made a video about this shit. I feel like, is it on YouTube? I feel like I made like a little short. I don't know if I posted it on YouTube or not. My bad. Now that was Maine. This is the guy I was talking about though.
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't find that suspicious?
Y'all remember that? The shooter in Maine, they found him with 2 gunshot wounds to the head in the woods, and then they called it a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I remember that shit. What's up, Negro? What's up, y'all? You got 20 people coming to the house? That's what's up. This shit can get crazy, man. It's like, it's the order through chaos, man. Hillary Clinton friend. Oh, man. You gotta love all of this fucking conspiracy theory, man. But we always get proven right for the most part. I haven't missed yet. It's gonna get interesting. Appreciate the follow, Tacoma. Appreciate you. But this is the thing. How long is it going to take for like just the layman to wake up to some of the shit that happens? You know what I mean? Like, like a lot of us can see the bullshit. A lot of us can see the fuckery. And a lot of us can go, oh, let me guess. This is what's going to happen next, right? Then we're going to find out that he was on the FBI's fucking watch list. You know, but you got like the layman that they just run with that shit. Oh, it's Trump's fault. Oh man, they get all scared. We gotta make gun control cool. Protect the babies. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is just crazy to me, yo. This shit is crazy to me. It's funny, right? Because I was all set to set up a nice little game. I was going to stream the Division, right? Because I be streaming the Division over on Kick. Me and Steph Kern will be playing. Strong Dad about to jump in on the mix. I think Protocol said he downloaded the game too. So we about to have a little squad over there playing the Division. If you want to play the Division with us, you know, holla at me. It's a fun time. We got a Hotep clan and everything, right? I think Steph said that he like a mission ahead of me, so I need to step up my game. So I was ready to play I was ready to stream the Division, chill out, right? Then fucking scrolling and shit, and I said, oh damn, 2 firefighters got shot fighting a fire. Fuck, is Chicago? And then I read like Idaho. The fuck? Like, who the fuck? What the fuck the firefighters even do? Like, firefighters, they fucking fight fires. Nobody ever said fuck ladder 51. They always say like fuck 12. Nobody ever said fuck engine 13. Sorry guys, just sitting here sharpening one of my favorite knives. Man, I'm trying to hold it out because I want to hear this press conference. I want to know what the fuck they about to, what fucking story they about to spin us. That's what I'm saying. I want to know what story they about to spin us. Let's take some guesses in the chat. What y'all think? What story y'all think they gonna spin us today? Y'all think they identified this guy already? Thanks, Barton. So it's 11 So it was 11 firefighters. 2 cops were shot with 2 firefighters dead. Huh. Interesting. Scientology. Oh man, Xenu came back. He thought everybody was a fucking follower of Xenu. Oh my gosh, yo, this shit is crazy, yo. I just want to know what story they gonna spin us. Right? This shit is crazy. I want to see what this. What's the place called again? Coeur d'Alene or something like that. Isn't that what he said it was called? Yeah, let's look up this shit. I just want to look at it on Google Maps. I don't want directions. I just want to fucking look at it on the map. What the fuck? Oh, somebody. You gotta love the internet, yo. Hold on. What's this? Canfield Mountain. Somebody already done marked that shit. It's right here. So this is Canfield Mountain Natural Trail, right? Shooting. Let's go here and see what the fuck we got going on here. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see if we can't get close. Let's see. Let's go here. Can I drop there? Okay. Nigga. What? And they found him. They fucking found him. Like, I wouldn't, like, it's the fucking woods. Aim small, miss small. Start with the generals and work your way back. I'm moving through the woods. I'm never in the same spot. They can't find me. That's crazy. Let's do this. I just want to see what it do. I just want to see what it looks like looking out at the woods. Let's go, I guess, here. Nigga, nah. There's no way. Especially if you stay moving. If you stay moving and you just pick your shots and you just keep moving. Y'all buying the story so far? Let's go. There we go. Let's go satellite. All right, let's drop in on this street right here. Let's hang out with these people right here. Let's go here. Let's look out to the fucking where I'm looking. Where am I looking this way? Is this where I'm looking at right here? Is this okay? So they respond to a fire, maybe in this neighborhood. Is that where the fuck I'm looking at right here? So this is the trail. Nice neighborhood. Really nice neighborhood. I can see what they mean by don't shit happen out here. That's a nice fucking. What I tell you guys earlier, right? I told you this, I think like sometime last week. You never hear about fucking mass shootings happening like in places like, unless it's like gang related or something like that. You never hear about like just some shit like, oh, we did had a DC sniper. This kind of gives me DC sniper vibes too. What the fuck happens if they say, oh, we got him, we got him, and then some shit happened tomorrow, and some shit happened fucking tomorrow. Now you got Idaho on the fucking shelter in place, everybody tripping. Then you get copycats in other parts of the country. You know what I mean? They haven't even said if he's even the guy. They just found a dead man with a gun. He might have, it could, for all we know, they found a man with a fucking 357 fucking snub nose revolver who fucking just couldn't take life no more and fucking ended it. Like that. Oh my gosh. Barton says there's one big anniversary on today's date for Idaho Aryan Inferno. It was 20 years ago. Firefighters burned down an Aryan Brotherhood house. Oh my gosh. That's fucking interesting. So let's start a fire and shoot some fucking firefighters on the 20-year anniversary of some shit that went down. That's some wild shit. Give me the fucking. I want the guy. Oh, okay. That's how that works. Okay. Well, I want to go that way. Hold on. I want to get a better. I want to kind of get a better fucking. Let's go here. All right. Nah, fuck that, yo. So, okay. So where was the fire? That's my question. So where, okay, so this is where the shooting, right? Shooting right here. So where was the fire? Go to the shooting. I can't go to the shooting. I want to go to the shooting. Okay, whatever. And it should go out to the water too. Okay. I just want to get an idea how far he shot from, right? Like he ain't like, let's just say, I mean, it would be a fire right here, I guess. The fire had to be in the neighborhood, right? Let's go back to the neighborhood. Okay. Wasn't it shooting like yeah, so like that's a long no. That's too fucking far. Like, okay, all right, let's do this, okay? Maybe the fire was that's where the fire was, right? Maybe that's where the fire was. All right, so let's just say this is where the fire was, right? All right, it's right here, right? You start a fire in the woods, right? Damn, I wish I can get right there. He needs to be somewhere. He needs to be somewhere with a good line of sight. He needs to be somewhere with a good line of sight. Where the fuck would he be? With a good line of sight. You would have to be like perched up in a tree, right? It depends on like the elevation. He needs to be able to see past this road. He needs to be able to see past this road. He's not going to be just on the other side of the road. That's just retarded. But he needs to be up that bitch a bit. Hold on. Let's zoom out real quick. What else? Where else can we fucking go to see some shit? Can I drop it? Can't drop it nowhere right there. I just want to see. Let's do this. Okay, so there's a pretty steep incline. That's a pretty steep incline. You can't even pinpoint that shit, y'all. You can't even pinpoint where he might have been. Let's just say this says the shooting was here. Right there. That's where the fire department got, or the firefighters got shot, was here. Right? He got shot right there. I mean, it's a nice little steep incline, yo. I'm assuming they was this way. It's a lot of trees, though. It's a lot of foliage in the way. You gotta be a fucking crack shot. Like, and I hunt. Like, it's the summertime. The trees is like in full effect with the leaves and shit. Like, you gotta be either close enough to make the shot, or you gotta be a fucking crack shot to put them shots out there like that. Like this nigga was up high in the tree or something like that. It took the shots from high up in the tree. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like, look at this shit. Look how dense that shit is. Here's what I want to know. They can read number plates on cars and can map the world with Google Maps. They can't see the area where the fire was and shots were fired from in real time. I agree, Noel. Like, they got the tech. They got the tech. You see 4 ghillies in that photo? These are 4 ghillie suits. Bro, this shit is crazy, bro. I guess that's like some hunters walking into the woods. Somebody right there. That's something. I mean, this ain't today. Clearly, this isn't today. But that's somebody walking up that fucking trail. Blurry. This is from 2024. This is last year. Google 2024. Like, yo, nah. Like, I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess because it's so dense, you could be close enough to make that shot. You could be close enough to make that shot and them still not see you. But the signature from your rifle, even with a suppressor, should still kind of give you away a lot sooner than less than an hour ago. That's my thing. That's my thing. Boy, I don't know, yo. Barton's a Fed. I don't think she a Fed. I don't know, yo. This shit's crazy. Where Jonah at? Where Jonah at, y'all? Oh my gosh, yo. This is wild. I mean, it's dense forest. There are a lot of trails. I wish I could get close enough to see. That's way close. Hold up. That's the. I also want to see, like, cause like, even with satellite, you can't tell, like. Oh, hold on. Terrain. We can see terrain, right? Okay. All right. Okay. So the shooting was here. I mean, even if I look at this terrain shot, I'm gonna say the shooter was 300 yards out. I'm gonna say the shooter was at least 300 yards out. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the shooter was 300 yards out. That's what I'm gonna say. Which again is not a hard shot to make with the right fucking gear. Yeah. What's up, Ronan? Which movie is this? Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones. Who's in this movie? You got a trailer? Let's go with the trailer. Let's see what the trailer is. I don't know if I might have seen it. Let's see. Turn it down a little bit.
How to kill. Quickly, accurately, efficiently. The physical part will be easy. The difficult part.
Fair use. I think that shit actually
is
works.
Learning how to turn it off.
The two men were found half-mile from here. They were killed with a hatchet in a ritualistic fashion.
He didn't use a hatchet, he used a knife.
At this point, we're not sure how many killers there were.
Just one. Well, you're saying that one guy with a knife killed those two hunters?
Yeah. His name is Aaron Hallam, Sergeant First Class.
What's your relationship to Hallam?
I trained him. Trained him to survive.
Oh, is that Benicio del Toro?
Most of the people he killed never knew he was in the same room with him.
Hallam's battle stress.
It's like a good movie. I ain't never seen this.
Personality.
I ain't never seen this movie.
To reverse.
I made him what he is, and I can stop him.
4 Bravo 6. I'm at the girlfriend's residence.
You're looking for a man named Aaron Hallam?
Miss Kravitz, is he still here?
Are you seeing this?
We gotta leave here. You're in danger.
Why am I in danger?
They'll come here and burn this house down.
Get on the floor, now.
If you cross this line,
I've never seen it.
you're ready to kill me.
I'm about to watch this shit tonight or something.
Release him, man! Release him now!
Command post, this is number 2. We have an agent down. Sector red. Sector red.
You better decide now what's an acceptable body count. That's what you're gonna get if you let these guys declare war on my boy.
Remember me?
Oh, I'm about to watch this. Oh, I'm about to watch that movie. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen that shit. That shit like it's a good movie. I'm gonna check that out. We might have to do that movie night. I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think we should do a movie night? And Jet Li the one. Wasn't a big fan of that one. But like that's when they were typecasting Tommy Lee Jones too, like because he had just did what he did the what was all right. So he did fuck. I'm drawing a blank. Fugitive. He did The Fugitive, and then he did the movie that they had. It was Wesley Snipes. What was that called? Not Enemy of the State. Was that called Enemy of the State? No, it was called like U.S. Marshals or something like that. Is that what it was called? One with Wesley Snipes. He did that. And then this movie right here, they were all kind of like the same. You might have to do a movie night again, yo. Like we do movie nights every Wednesday night, guys. If you're new, every Wednesday night on Kick, we do movie night. Between 8:30 and 9:30. I usually let you guys know, but between 8:30 and 9:30, we do a movie night. The last movie we did was last week. We actually did it a couple days early. We watched Argo because of what was going on with Iran and shit. We watched Argo. But we generally do movie night every Wednesday night. U.S. Marshals. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. All right, we're about 8 minutes out from this so-called press conference. Hopefully it tells us something. Hopefully it tells us something, man. But if you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon, guys, if you don't mind, you know. Help me get over this this shadow ban that YouTube got me on. YouTube just be doing me dirty. They do me so dirty, guys. So dirty. You know. Kick actually be showing some love though. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something real quick. All right, let me see if I can't find this press conference. See if they got it ready to rock and roll. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Let's go here. 23 minutes ago, former SWAT commander and sniper. The main goal is to neutralize the shooter or shooters. This was 23 minutes ago, but I'm pretty sure that was a clip from Let's see what they say. Fuck it. I mean, yeah.
You're looking at Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where an active manhunt is underway right now for a shooter or shooters that shot at firefighters who were called to a brush fire there in that area, at the Canfield Mountain area, which is a rural, rugged biking, hiking type of area there. There were 2 firefighters that were killed. There are other casualties. There are people still fighting for their lives. And like I said, that manhunt still underway. Joining us now, Josh Sherrard, former SWAT commander, SWAT sniper, Burner Law Enforcement Director. Sir, thank you for joining us. A very active situation. They are looking for an individual or individuals.
You should.
What is going on right now? How will they catch this person or these people?
Yeah, obviously the main goal here is to stop the killing, to neutralize the shooter or shooters in this particular situation, so that we can then get in and start evacuating people, start actually fighting that fire. But the issue that we're going to have here is underestimating, the opponent, underestimating the shooter and these shooters. As a SWAT sniper for a long time, I look at this from a different angle than I think most people do, and it's from the angle of the shooter. How would I be engaging police and first responders to be most effective, depending on what my motive is? And what we're assuming here, and unfortunately what a lot of people assume, is that we have some sort of technological and tactical advantage over these shooters, when that may not very well be the case. I had the opportunity to shoot with a lot of law enforcement, a lot of military, and a lot of civilians. And unfortunately, here in the U.S., civilians have access to the same, if not better, gear than law enforcement is.
Hold on. Did he say we need to hold on? Go back.
Access to the advantage over these shooters, when that may not very well be the case. I had the opportunity to shoot with a lot of law enforcement, a lot of military, and a lot of civilians. And unfortunately, here in the U.S., civilians have.
He said, unfortunately, here in the U.S.
access to the same, if not better, gear than law enforcement is equipped with, and have generally more time and more opportunities to train.
Unfortunately, that's what he just said. That guy right there is un-American. Unfortunately, no. Civilians should be able to train and shoot just like law enforcement. We should be able to have whatever weapons law enforcement has. Period. See what I tell you guys? They were going to start this shit early. What's up, Willie Will? What's up, Schofield? Stumbled into a grow op, maybe cartel stuff. Sad day when firefighters are under attack. If the police got it, I want this shit too. I don't give a fuck what it is. The police should not have monopoly on power. The military shouldn't have the monopoly on power over the citizens. It's the very reason for the Second Amendment. Yes, that includes fucking tanks and rocket launchers, motherfucker. Exactly. We're the last line of defense of our homeland. There is no way in hell to hold a U.S. land if anyone even got inland. Yeah. It's clearly a psyop. Yeah, but that's the thing. If somebody got murder on their mind, they're going to figure that shit the fuck out. You don't need a gun. You don't need a gun. Fucking stabbing spree. The fucking Boston Marathon used pressure cookers. Jack crazy. They used pressure cookers at the Boston Marathon bombing. That's what they had, pressure cookers fashioning the fucking bombs. That's what they did. U-Haul trucks getting run into people. Exactly, Ronan. Right, exactly. Night vision costs $5,000.
So while we're going into nightfall, people are obviously identifying the use of thermal optics to help identify. The thermal shielding is commercially available off the shelf at your local Bass Pro. So there are things that law enforcement's really going to have to negotiate, some challenges they're going to have to overcome if they're dealing with a very experienced and a very driven opponent.
Yeah, our coverage is going to continue, but I have just one more minute before I hand things off. So if you could just give us a brief thought on this. They said that they believed at this point in time, the sheriff saying that this individual or individuals were showing no sign of wanting to surrender. What does that say?
He's in it for the long haul, or they are in it for the long haul. They're there to prove a point. They're there to send a message. What that message is yet to be determined. But they're going to fight this probably to the death and cause as much destruction, mayhem, injury, and death as they can along the way.
All right. Thank you, Josh Gerard. We greatly appreciate your insights. I'm about to hand off coverage, but thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. I know what I can do. Let me go look on old YouTube TV. All right, it's 12:30. So let's see. Let's go. You know what? No, because if I go to CNN, YouTube will fucking snatch the stream, right? Go to MSNBC. What they doing? Why nobody's fucking look like they trying to carry this shit right here. So let's see. No, they said it was supposed to be at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, which would be 9:30 right now. Oh, here we go. Is this it?
We are requesting other law enforcement agencies to assist us. We had a great response. We had the Spokane County Sheriff's Office respond.
Did this shit just start?
Lieutenant.
Is this it? This can't be it.
One, two, three, June the 29th, approximately 9:30 p.m.
This ain't it, is it?
Hours. Office of Emergency Management. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if this really, yeah.
Anybody have any issues with the the sound, or we good?
Yeah, I seen that. I just seen that.
Okay, good evening. It is a sad day in Cooney County. Very, very sad. Today, we're going to go over the timeline. We're going to introduce everybody that's up here. Chairman of the BOCC is Bruce Matari. We have Lieutenant Jess Stinson from the Idaho State Police. We have Bill DeRuyter from the Coeur Police Department. And we have Pete Hawley from the Cooney County Firearms.
Oh, shit.
And we're going to go through a quick timeline. This is still a very, very fresh investigation, so an incident. So many of these facts might change, but they are evolving as we speak. At approximately 1:20.
So apparently Coeur d'Alene is 9:35 p.m., but in Boise is 10:35.
Side or east side of Canfield Mountain. Fire assets responded to the scene, and at approximately 2 o'clock,
Saying it.
firefighters broadcast that they were being shot at on Canfield Mountain. During that next hour and a half, where we have assets that are responding to the aid of these firefighters, we still have an active fire. We are managing about
This can't be it.
17,000 square foot containment area. We are requesting other law enforcement agencies to assist us. We had a great response. We had the Spokane County Sheriff's Office respond. The FBI, many agencies responded right here in Idaho, Bonner County, Shoshone County. We had about 300 law enforcement officers that were on scene that were trying to make heads and tails out of what was occurring.
The community at this time, based on the trajectory and based on the type of weapons that this individual had that we could recover, we believe only the one shooter. We did lose a Coeur d'Alene firefighter, and we did lose a firefighter from the Cooney County Fire and Rescue. We have another firefighter that just came out of surgery from the Coeur d'Alene Police Department. I'm sorry, from the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department. Right, is that true? Okay. He just came out of surgery. He is fighting for his life, but he's in stable condition. So we knew that our resources were exhausted. That if this were to prolong into a 24 or 48-hour operation, we would need additional helicopters. We had 2 helicopters that were up, and we had snipers in them. So if they had an opportunity to take a shot, then we wanted them to take that shot. We wanted to neutralize that threat. And Chief, is there anything that you'd like to say, or you want to take questions?
Take questions.
Can't even rewind this shit.
Right now, like I said, this information is very, very preliminary. And if you have questions, just ask who you'd like that question directed to, and we'll try to answer it.
Alex, the spokesman review. This is just for the fire personnel. Are you able to share anything about these firefighters? If they, just try to anything about them at all, and their identities, what the fire department is doing right now to assist the rest of their brothers who lost these guys, or is there anything at all you can give us?
We are not going to name the firefighters at this time, and there was a procession from Kootenai Health to the Spokane Coroner's office, but their families will need support.
Aiden Brown, Current 2 News. You mentioned 3 firefighters that have been shot. Was there any other first responders or personnel that?
I'm gonna try to rewind another one.
No, No, as of right now, those are the only 3 that we have. We believe that everybody is off the mountain, so any civilians that were hiking during that time, we believe it's likely, had they been injured, they would have came forward. So.
There was a belief at some point. I know that you're still early. Been a second shooter. I know that you're still early, but you have been able to essentially eliminate that thought process.
Yeah, we believe, based on the information that we've been able to collect, that we believe that there was only one shooter.
Hold on.
And we based it on.
Shit, where the fuck did that go?
Sheriff, about the firefighters who were ambushed today. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Fire and rescue. And we're going to go through a quick timeline. This is still a very, very fresh investigation, an incident. So many of these facts might change, but they are evolving as we speak. At approximately 1:21 this afternoon, we received a phone call that there was a fire on the backside or east side of Canfield Mountain. Fire assets responded to the scene, and at approximately 2 o'clock, firefighters broadcast that they were being shot at on Canfield Mountain.
All right, so the original one we found was right.
During that next hour and a half, where we have assets that are responding to the aid of these firefighters, we still have an active fire. We are managing about 17,000 square foot containment area. We are requesting other law enforcement agencies to assist us. We had a great response. We had the Spokane County Sheriff's Office responded in force, the Spokane Police, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department, the FBI, many agencies responded right here in Idaho, Bonner County, Shoshone County, Kellogg. So we had about 300 law enforcement officers that were on scene that were trying to make heads and tails out of what was occurring. And during this time, we exchanged gunfire with the suspect, and we also got information. We received information from the White House, from Kash Patel, the FBI, from Governor Brad Little, and also Raul Labrador, that anything that we needed, that they would absolutely respond. So we had a lot of assets that came into that command post. And then we had a briefing about 6:30, about 18:30 hours at the command post. And in that briefing, we kind of gave an update to the agencies that this is still an active shooter, and that as soon as this individual could be neutralized, that he should be neutralized, and the threat should be eliminated as quickly as possible. At approximately 1940 hours, we did have information that let me back up just a second. We had a cell phone activation that was in the same spot since about 3:16. And that it was in the same area, and we honed in on that cell phone, and we saw that there was a male, appeared to be deceased, with a weapon nearby. So we have currently one dead shooter. Based on the preliminary investigation that was being conducted, keep in mind we had a fire that was rapidly, it was approaching the body, so we had to scoop up that body, and we had to transport that body to a different location. But based on the preliminary information, we believe that is the only shooter that was on that mountain at that time. So there is no threat to the community at this time. Based on the trajectory and based on the type of weapons that this individual had that we could recover, we believe only the one shooter.
He not
we
totally
did lose
convinced.
a Coeur d'Alene firefighter, and we did lose a firefighter from the Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. We have another firefighter that just came out of surgery from the Coeur d'Alene Police Department. I'm sorry, from the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department, right? Is that true? Okay. He just came out of surgery. He is fighting for his life, but he's in stable condition. So we knew that our resources were exhausted, that if this were to prolong into a 24 or 48-hour operation, we would need additional helicopters. We had 2 helicopters that were up, and we had snipers in them. So if they had an opportunity to take a shot, then we wanted them to take that shot. We wanted to neutralize that threat. And Chief, is there anything that you'd like to say, or you want to take questions?
Take questions.
Okay. Right now, like I said, this information is very, very preliminary, and if you have questions, just ask who you'd like that question directed to, and we'll try to answer it.
I'll the spokesman review. This is just for the fire personnel.
Chief look like fucking Barney
Fife. Are you able
Fife.
to share anything about these firefighters? If they, just anything about them at all? And their identities, what the fire department.
They look like they just found the chief his home. Like, look at the guy to the left.
Their brothers who lost.
The guy at the podium, and look at the chief. Why the chief look like?
We are not going to name the firefighters at this time.
They just found him a uniform to put on.
There was a procession from Kootenai Health to the Spokane Coroner's office, but their families will need support.
Aiden Brown, Kremsu News. You mentioned 3 firefighters that have been shot. Was there any other first responders or personnel that were injured during this operation?
No, no. As of right now, those are the only 3 that we have. We believe that everybody is off the mountain, so any civilians that were hiking during that time, we believe it's likely, had they been injured, they would have came forward. So
there was a belief at some point that there could have potentially have been a second shooter. I know that you're still early, but you have been able to essentially eliminate that thought process?
Yeah, we believe, based on the information that we've been able to collect, that we believe that there was only one shooter. And we based it on the weapons that we found at the scene, the type of injuries that were incurred by that weapon. So as of right now, from a very preliminary determination, we believe that there was only the one shooter.
And I know it's early, but do we have any sort of background on this person or any motive?
Nope. Black shirt.
Aaron from Range Media. Do we know, you just said we don't have any background, do we know if he's possibly from here, or did he move here and you don't know the identity?
We need to wait until a positive identification is made. So
Thank you.
The gentleman
did the suspect shoot himself? Do we know that?
We don't know at this point in time. So the coroner's office will conduct their investigation, and so as of right now, we don't know.
Eliza Billingham, Spokane Public Radio. Are you able to give any insight on if you think there was a connection between the fire and the shooting?
We do believe that the suspect started the fire, and we do believe that it was an ambush and it was intentional. And yeah, we do believe that he started it, and it was totally intentional what he did. In the back there in the tan.
Did he make the 911 call?
There was a gentleman that made the 911 call. He did not identify himself as the shooter. So as of right now, we don't believe that he's the one that made the 911 call.
It would make sense if he was the one that made the 911 call. So if you think that there is, I got a couple things to say, but I'm gonna let this play out in a second. If you think that the fire and the shootings are connected, that means that the shooter wanted to draw in somebody. And in order to do that, you gotta fucking make the call, right? You know? Yeah, I'm with you. There's only a few of us that could probably make those long distance shots. I'm just going to say that.
But, you know, that could change because many times people don't use their real names and what have you, so.
Any description of the suspect?
No, not at this time, no.
What?
Gentleman in the red hat.
Brian Neal, KXOY. Does the fire present any problems with you as you're trying to collect evidence?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we scooped up that body, and as far as the preservation of the scene, you know, it's not perfect in this particular situation, but it's something that had to be done. Exactly. So you have to evaluate each particular circumstance, and at this time, we felt like since the fire was approaching, we needed to scoop up that body, and it's contained, so there are law enforcement personnel that are up there, and we will conduct the investigation, continue it tomorrow morning. Crews will be there all night. So yeah, it's compromised, sure, but we had to do what we had to do to preserve the body. So
what was the weapon?
We're not, like I said, we don't know if there's more weapons up there that he had. There is a belief that he ran and shot. So we don't know
exactly
what we might be collecting once the fire threat diminishes. The gentleman in the black shirt.
Are other federal agencies still involved?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We, you know, on a large operation like this, if we had to fuel helicopters, and there are some helicopters that had some really good technology that were able to pinpoint where that cell phone activity was. So yeah, there was our federal partners assisted us in this situation. 100% they did.
What location were we dealing with? Did you find the suspect?
Not too far from the original call for service. Yeah, not too far. Anybody I haven't called on? All right, gentleman in the black shirt.
You said you picked up the cell phone signal around 3:16, I think?
Yes.
How long was it between that signal that you got and you were able to recover the body?
It's about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe around 5-ish.
Right.
So you did say there was a gun found, a weapon, correct?
Correct.
What kind was that?
We're not releasing that right now, just because we had to scoop everything up so quickly. We could not preserve the scene like traditionally we would like to. So we believe that there's a likelihood that when we are able to enter the scene again tomorrow without the threat of fire, that we'll find other weapons that were placed. So this was a total ambush. These firefighters did not have a chance.
Sheriff Garrett, with the spokesman review, can you just describe the terrain and how difficult it was, or maybe how simple it was?
You know, when you have an environment where you don't know where the bullets are coming from because of the trees and the shrubbery and what have you, it is daunting for police officers, let alone firefighters who are there just to put out the fire. So it's very, very difficult. Very difficult for drones or helicopters to see any individuals up there. So this was a total ambush, taken by surprise, and Yeah, it's unfortunate. So.
Sheriff, firefighters deal with ambush. Police deal with ambush all the time, but firefighters, are they trained in that type of situation?
No, this is something that we don't train for. It's not something we expect.
Okay, that's why he looked like that. He the police chief. I thought he was a police officer.
In this situation, they were called to a grass fire, which is already something that we're very heightened and are anxious about this time of year. And they were doing everything the way they were supposed to do it.
Can we get an update on the fire? Do you have any sort of acreage or containment information?
It's about 20 acres, but unfortunately, we weren't able to put any resources on it because of the gunfire exchange. So, ma'am in the white there.
Sheriff Doris, Regan with Crime 2. This is the week of 4th of July. First responders are already on defense with, this coming week. Just emotionally tell me how it feels to have something happen like this, especially with, such important authorities that are super important for a week like this too.
Yeah, I haven't, it hasn't sunk in yet. I mean, this is a situation where I don't even think a lot of us in this room has processed this. So, yeah, this community supports firefighters and law enforcement.
Any structures lost?
No, not at this time, no.
Is there any specific information about the actual location of where the shooter was at? Like, is there like, I don't want to say like an address, but like maybe like coordinates or anything like that?
We might be able to get that for you later, but I don't have that information now. Yeah. I would like to say something. There was some information that was broadcasted on social media. And it's very, very important. These firefighters or police officers, in some cases, have family. And for some of this information to have been broadcasted, I hope we can ask with our social media and our First Amendment auditors and our civilian journalists to take in consideration what you're putting out there on the social media, because it can be devastating it's devastating when somebody knocks at your door to tell you something like this, but to hear about it on social media, I'm just asking for people to be considerate in the most significant of injuries and times. So.
Federal apparatus, I'm wondering what the White House has committed to, and the FBI and Homeland Security.
We had helicopters and personnel on the ground probably within the hour.
Also, in follow-up to that, this is obviously going to hit our community incredibly hard. It already has. I know, again, it's early. What can we do for the families? Will there be a memorial fund set up? Will there be some sort of way that we can, as a community, come together to support them? Because this is a devastating loss, and people want to put that emotion somewhere.
We're grieving as an organization, and I can speak for Coeur d'Alene Fire as well. So a lot of those steps have not been completely brought to fruition, especially with it being a weekend. We know that the Red and Blue Foundation and Anchored Coffee has already offered to do a lot of the donation collection, and we appreciate them. They've been a great supporter of law enforcement and fire, and they'll continue to be a good partner for us. So that's where I would initially encourage people to seek to provide some support for the families.
Thank you.
I'd like to add, until a press release comes out by these two agencies, do not give money to a entity that says they're representing these people. They will put out a press release with the information, whether it's going to be an account at a bank or an account at another entity, but we will likely have some people that will try to scam based on this tragedy. So do not give money to any entity until a press release is released. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
On where exactly to give this money.
Can you say sort of what you're doing for your firefighters right now? Just because I know this is...
I would say it's very early on. They're just processing this right now. So I mean, they're in shock. So is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would say let's give it a day or two and.
We have mobilized peer support groups from all over the region for our people, and so that is something that we've already put into place. But like Sheriff has said, we don't know exactly all the extent of what we're going to need to do for our people just yet.
I did get information that some Black Hawk helicopters were also committed in the event that we needed to go.
The Idaho National Guard was prepared to provide a Black Hawk should we need one.
So, let's go here.
To your knowledge, is there any special significance to either June 29th or to the mountain?
No. Nope.
Is that
Is
right?
there any information you have?
For all of you just joining us, we were just listening to Sheriff Bob Norris of the Kootenai County Sheriff's Department.
He just said there was no significance to the day of June 29th. What did y'all say, Barton and Liver Surf? Y'all said that this day was a significant day, right? And y'all said it was a significant, a significant day?
In Idaho, giving an update on the tragic shooting and killing and ambush of firefighters that happened this afternoon near a beautiful mountain area, normally a tourist area.
The sets responded to the scene, and at approximately 2 p.m. this afternoon, it was reported that firefighters were.
Okay. He said, nope, there's no significance for today. Right, it could have been relevant, but I guess he wasn't aware of it, I guess. I can't see how he wouldn't be aware of it. You know? I'm just saying. So this is what I got out of that just now. This is what I got out of that just now. A guy was found on the mountain at 5 o'clock p.m., whatever fucking time they're on, right? This is what I got. But the sheriff's department or local law enforcement didn't find him. The sheriff's department or local law enforcement didn't find him, okay? All right? Okay. So they don't know what the guy looks like. They don't know his ethnicity. They don't know where the gunshot wound was. They don't know if he was holding a handgun that way he might have blew his fucking brains out. They don't know if he had a bullet hole in the back of the head coming out the front of his fucking head, because they didn't see him. They didn't see him. Federal agency probably or some other agency went in there and scooped the body up. But he said scoop the body up. Contaminated crime scene. How do you go in there and find anything, especially if a fire's still burning? You've moved the body. You don't know where anything was laying. That crime scene is fucking just fucked up. What's up, Taylor? Taylor in the building. This your neck of the woods, ain't it, Taylor? In Idaho? This is in, where the fuck was it at again? Coeur d'Alene? Idaho? It could be. So I don't think that the sheriff's department seen the body. They didn't see the suspect. They weren't even a part of the suspect being found. Right? Eyes on. So they don't know what weapons was up there. They don't know how he was laying, what the bullet hole looked like, the ethnicity. They don't know none of that shit. Some other agency does. And I'm willing to bet it's not a local law enforcement agency. It's going to be some federal law enforcement agency that probably went in there and got that guy. Now, as far as the body that they found, maybe there was two shooters. Or maybe the body they found was the shooter, but there was another shooter that took that shooter out. Kind of like that, what was it? Thomas Michael, what the fuck? Who was the guy at the Trump in Pennsylvania? Thomas Crooks, is that his name? Kind of how the Thomas Crooks action, right? He did he could have possibly did the shooting, and then there was another shooter that was supposed to take him out, leave him there for the police to find. Maybe that person was one of two people. Maybe he did take the shots on those officers, right? You know, who knows? I don't know how many people were injured, right? And then when it was all said and done, the second shooter, who was maybe, a few yards behind him, popped him and got away, left him there to take the fall. I'm interested to see what comes from this. I hope so. That would be a great one, but it's always the lone shooter scenario. It's always the lone shooter scenario. And it don't gotta be two shooters. It could just be the shooter and some co-conspirators, just like in the Trump thing. I think there were two actual shooters, but you gotta also who helped that kid get into that rally. Maybe in this instance, maybe there were two shooters, and then one shooter took the other shooter out and left him there to take the fall so he can get away. This shit's gonna get crazy. And I'm talking about this scenario. We're gonna see more shit like this, I think, guys. Like I said, it's the 4th of July week, right? 4th of July is on Friday. It ain't falling in the middle of the week. It's on Friday. We got fucking asteroids falling out of the fucking sky. We got a fucking sniper hiding in the woods in fucking Idaho. Apparently in Ohio today, a plane crashed with 6 people on it that died. Iran just told America, like, Iranian enriched uranium will never end. They still got some. Wars and rumors of wars, people. Wars and rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars. You know what I mean? You know? I don't know. This shit is crazy. It don't smell right. I'm gonna put it like that. This guy was up there answering questions, but I don't think he knows shit. He knows what he was told to say. Yeah, I saw the orb that fell out of the sky. Redacted did a thing on it. It's a lot of shit happening, guys. It's a lot of shit happening. Just keep your head on the swivel, y'all, and stay low. Get low. Get low. Keep your head on the swivel, guys. Who knows when the next event's going to happen? Again, this could be the one in the 1-2 punch. I don't know. So, anyway. That's all I got for you guys, y'all. I am exhausted. I'm going to take my ass to sleep. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. If you're over on Kick, hit that follow button. Hit the subscribe button. Sharing is caring. Appreciate you, Noel. I appreciate you for the 10 gifted subs. You are the real MVP. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Guys, be blessed, stay strapped, keep your head on the swivel, guys, and get low. I'll holler at y'all.
to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.